So there is a lot of drama. There's a lot of drama in Philadelphia, especially with the 76ers. Now, this is Spotlight Basketball Talk. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more basketball news like this. But I have to say this. I kind of knew this was coming with the Philadelphia 76ers, and I'm going to tell you why. It's because the Philadelphia 76ers are just not a great basketball team. Embiid did play in the Olympics, and he did look good in the Olympics, but we haven't seen Embiid play really well. The team is 2-11. The team is just not playing great basketball. You went out and got Caleb Martin, went out and got Eric Gordon, went out and got Paul George when you got rid of Cameron Payne, Buddy Hill, DeAnthony Melton, which the team last year looks better than the team this year. Now, there's a lot of speculation going on in drama in Philly with Tyrese Maxey knowing that he is hurt, and that really hurts because Kyle Lowry is not the best player when it comes to a point guard. You asking a 38-year-old to play about 40 minutes of basketball, and that's just not going to work. You got Jared McCain, which is a rising star, which is really good. Really, really good. And I really think he might be the face of the franchise with Tyrese Maxey. And if I'm the 76ers, it's time to get rid of Joel Embiid. Y'all can say what y'all want. Y'all can say how y'all feel. But this is how I feel. I feel like it's time to get it with Joel Embiid because when Tyrese Maxey and a young player like him calls out Joel Embiid, a former MVP that always wanted that, it haven't been past the second round since in his career of being there, I have to feel what Tyrese Maxey is saying. And this is what exactly he had to say. And, he said, it definitely impacts the team from executing better when you have a lot of tardiness. And I'm going to say this to be completely honest with you. Joel Embiid always been that kind of player. Always been that kind of player that always flops on the floor. That always try to find a call some way, somehow. Knee problems, foot problems. He's been injured ever since he left the University of Kansas. So this is kind of expected from me, being a former 76ers fan. And I'm going to be completely honest with you and say this. Tyrese Maxey is the face of the Philadelphia 76ers. Jared McCain is going to be a rising star for the Philadelphia 76ers. So according to Shams and according to a few other sources, especially I found this on Bleacher Report, saying that Maxey calls out Embiid, right, for impacting the team for being late for everything. Being late for practice means a lot. It does. It means a lot because there's no continuity, there's no cohesiveness, and there's no poor player execution. When your MVP, your former MVP, and can be one of the most dominant players in the league, shows up late for practice. And Embiid had to reply and say that he accepted the message from Tyrese Maxey, right? But says sometimes confused about what the 76ers are trying to do in the basketball court. So is this a player thing or this is a Nick Nurse thing? But how are you confused about what's happening on the court when you've been under Nick Nurse, second, third year under Nick Nurse, if I'm not mistaken? So what are you confused about, Joel Embiid? Your team is 2-11. You got Paul George. You brought all these players in, and y'all still can't win basketball games. You're 2-11, one of the worst teams in the league right now with Tyrese Maxey. Well, he's injured right now. Paul George, that's in and out of the lineup, and Joel Embiid, that's in and out of the lineup. There's been so much drama with the 76ers coming into this year about Joel Embiid sitting out all those games because he played in the Olympics and had knee problems. Then you had so much stuff coming in about the NBA finding the Philadelphia 76ers because of the load management that's happening. And then you have Paul George that gets hurt, and he don't play in back-to-back games. So now you have a rotation of a lineup where they're not cohesive. There's no continuity there because the lineup switch every single night or every other night. And you're not going to win basketball games like that where you don't have the same starting five on the court. You're just not. You're just not. It just doesn't make any sense for the Philadelphia 76ers to be going through this. But I'm tired of Joel Embiid with the excuses. I'm tired. This is why I'm no longer a Philadelphia 76er fan. because of this stature of bringing in a Nick Nurse that is an NBA champion with the Toronto Raptors, and Kyle Lowry was a part of that squad. And the 76ers are just not good. They're not being coached well. They're being outcoached. They're being outplayed. They're being out-hustled. It's just not looking good. And they haven't looked good since Joel Embiid played for the Olympics. And he set out all that time to come back and look sluggish and look like not Joel Embiid. So with that being said, y'all, I say this to say this. Joel Embiid can be the best player in the league. That's only up to him to be the best player in the league. He can be the most dominant player in the league if he wants to be the most dominant player in the league. And we've seen it. We've seen the potential year after year, but it's injury after injury after injury after injury. But if you watch Joel Embiid play, and you watch how he flops hard to the floor, and how he finds ways to get to the foul line, sometimes he puts his own body on the line. Or he just throws his body into people just to get the foul, and then he ends up getting hurt. Then it comes down to coaching with Nick Nurse. Where's your rotation at when it comes to the bench? It's been a few games I did, at play-by-play, and I have not seen Eric Gordon get in the game. I'm not understanding that. The guy can shoot the basketball, so why you're not putting him in the game? It's just so many things that come down to it when it comes to Joel Embiid and the Philadelphia 76ers. But Tyrese Maxey is absolutely right. I don't blame him for calling out Joel Embiid in a players-only meeting. I don't mind that, because that's showing a true leader of your latenesses and your tardiness. And Tyrese Maxey is trying to win. He's not trying to be 2-11. He's not. With that being said, y'all, Joel Embiid, you have to get it together. You got to get it together, man. Because if you don't, it's going to be a long, long season for the Philadelphia 76ers. And Paul George is going to regret coming here and probably going to want out if things don't get turned around. So let me know, man, how do y'all feel about the situation with Tyrese Maxey and Joel Embiid? Let me know in the comments below, y'all. Let me know in the comments below. It's Spotlight Basketball Talk. And I'll see you on the next live stream or in the next video. Peace.